What's up, guys? I want to talk about anxiety and frequent urination. Just another one of those annoying symptoms that I get and many of us get whenever we're dealing with any type of anxiety disorder. I had panic disorder really bad, and that seemed to be the main timing of whenever I would have this horrible frequent urination problem. Coupled with my IBS, it was a really messy situation, if you catch my drift. So what is it? What exactly is happening? What's causing this? Like many of the symptoms that we experience with anxiety, it's going to start with that stress response that our body gives off, so the adrenaline kicks up. We're in that fight or flight mode, and that's basically preparing our body to run from something or fight something. And what your body does before that, it tries to get rid of waste. That can be in the form of going number two to the, stool, using that form of restroom, or frequent urination. They're both annoying. I have a whole video over IBS symptoms, so I'm not going to get into that. But I had that, and I also had frequent urination. Now, if I think about it, I had frequent urination issues with performance anxiety before I really got these main anxiety disorders, including panic disorder, depression, health anxiety. It's whenever I was in high school. I had this often. I had issues with my bladder whenever I got nervous. And that's kind of normal for most people. But I had bad performance anxiety. I was on the debate team. I had UIL competitions. I was a worship leader in my church. I did a lot of public speaking. I was a trumpet player, so I had a lot of performances and competitions revolving around that. And I would just get these butterflies in my stomach, and it was like typical performance anxiety. I would sweat, I would get nervous, and then I would have to go pee. And it was like the very first signs of any anxiety that I really had in my life, which was nothing compared to what I was about to go through in my early adulthood. So I let you know what's going on with that, why that is actually happening. That's just a stress response. It is nothing crazy to worry about. I know if you have health anxiety or just, general anxiety, we tend to worry about these symptoms and fear that they could be some type of disease or disorder. Guys, it's normal. Your body's just, handling anxiety in its own way. There are some things that you can do for the short term and long term. Of course, we are aiming for long term because most of our symptoms of anxiety are going to go whenever we work on managing our stress and anxiety itself. Okay, so some things that you can do short term: cut down on alcohol. First off, alcohol, that is going to make you urinate like crazy. It's also going to dehydrate you, so cut down on that. That's not good for your anxiety anyways. The next thing are stimulants. That can be things like sugar, caffeine, and tobacco. Gosh, whenever I would have tobacco, whether that be cigarettes or dipping, I had to pee like crazy. Caffeine is, it's one of the worst things. Aside from it making you have to go number two, frequent urination was like one of the worst side effects of caffeine intake that I had. Not particularly so bad with soda, it didn't help, but with just straight up like coffee. Like I would drink my coffee in the morning, 2 cups, and then we would go about our day and go do stuff, and I'm already having to stop and go pee or stop whenever, or whatever we're doing, or when we get to where we're going, the first thing I had to do was just go to the restroom and pee. Very, very annoying. It's just an annoying symptom. It's not life-threatening. It's not super serious, but you might be curious as to why this is happening, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So this is something that I dealt with. Cut out the stimulants, cut out the alcohol. If you are going somewhere where you don't have enough time to go to the restroom, or you just really don't want to, just lower your intake of any of those stimulants, and also just lower your fluid intake. You can uptick your salt use. I'm not going to sit here and preach that you need to do something like that, because I don't use salt anymore for my high blood pressure. But if you don't use salt that often and you want to add a little bit of salt to your diet, it's not going to hurt. But it also will help you retain fluid a little bit better. That's just one of those little taboo type things that you can try if you're desperate. But aside from that, guys, we're working on long-term advice here. That's going to be eating right and exercising daily. That's going to help relax your body, get you on the right track. Also, make sure you're taking your multivitamin, getting plenty of vitamin B6, vitamin B12. Those are great mood stabilizers. They're going to help you long term. You also can get that in things like fish and eggs, poultry. But if you don't want to do that, you can always get a supplement. Make sure that you're journaling, guys. Recording your diet, recording your exercise, recording your symptoms, what you did today that was different than yesterday that made you feel better, or why was today worse. Doing this over a long term will help you see patterns and help you get better at your anxiety. Also, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, it's going to help you change the way that you think, help rewire your brain. There's videos on that. Positive affirmations, those are great. Basically just repeating statements that are positive, that you see your life going in that direction. Meditation in the mornings and the evenings, guys, you will have the hugest, that's a good one, biggest and greatest impact on your subconscious mind at those points of the day, okay? Right when you wake up, right before you go to bed. So do that. Like I said, journaling. And you got to do these things every single day, okay? Every single day. You can't take breaks because anxiety starts to get the stronger, the better upper hand. So you got to stay on top of anxiety. Slowly, that'll start changing your subconscious, and gradually things get better. You're still going to have bad days whenever you're getting better, so you just can't fall back into that cycle. That's the important thing, guys. So if you're going through this frequent urination thing, you are not alone. It's a really, really common symptom of anxiety, so it's just something that you kind of have to deal with. You can work around it if you can. Cut out those stimulants, guys. That's going to help a lot. And just work on your general anxiety. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Like this video if you got some value. Leave me a comment down below if this is something that you've dealt with. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you get updates whenever I have my videos. Join the Facebook group down below because there's a lot of great people in there that are going to help you out with your anxiety, your symptoms. I post in there regularly my videos, so it's a great place to hang out and figure out what's going on and see what other people are doing to help their anxiety. Join my social networks down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great rest of the afternoon.